Good morning. We're out at Trophy Club Park again, but we're at a different entrance. This is, I guess, an alternate entrance. There's a sign behind me, trash can, and a bit of a parking lot. You can see where we parked there. That street behind me is T.W. King. If you come up Whitechapel and turn left on Bob Jones, instead of going to the main Bob Jones Park, you turn left and that swings around and we'll bring you up here. I'll put a map with instructions and directions and everything to help you find it. But we're going to go off, and there's a trail. It goes off into the woods there. We're going to head off down there. This will take us down to Grapevine Lake, and the opposite side of the little bay where we were at our last visit, where we saw all the egrets and everything. So we're going to head down there. It also crosses the trail that we were on a couple of weeks ago, and I'll put links. I'll put maps and I'll show you where all that is too. So it's an overcast day, so a little cooler. Started out in the 50s this morning, so it was a nice brisk ride out. We're gonna head off down the trail and see what awaits us. This is partly why we came down this trail. I'm trying to be quiet because I'm going to show you what we have found. We're not very far. And if you look behind me over my shoulder, in this little pool, there is quite the collection. We've got some great white egrets, some snowy egrets, one great blue heron, and then the little small dark ones you see are a bunch of juvenile white ibises that are, pretty sure that's what they are. They're brown when they're juvenile, then turn white when they mature. They're definitely ibises, and I'm pretty sure that's what they are because I don't think we have any brown ibises around here, but I will research and make sure. But we've got to within about maybe 30 yards of them, and they're all just busy feeding away. There were a few more, some of them left. There goes one flying over my head. But a great start to the morning so far. So we've seen, I didn't get any photos, I don't think, of the deer. They were pretty shy, but that we did come across this pool, and as you can see, it's quite full of birds down there. Well, all the egrets and herons and everything flew, and so we followed them over to the main body of the lake, and they were here, but now they've gone again too. But this is interesting. If you come out here early enough, you'll probably see quite a bit of wildlife, because you probably can't make it out as well, but in the mud that I'm walking through now up close to this lake shore, there are fresh deer tracks, there are raccoons, they look like canines, so probably either, I don't know if anybody's in there with a dog or not, or if it's coyote. It's really hard to tell, but there is abundance of raccoon and deer tracks to go along with all of the bird tracks in this mud. So apparently this here, we're just off the trail, is a very popular watering and feeding hole for the various animals. I'm sure the raccoons are coming down here trying to get food in the water behind me, the deer coming for water, and then of course all the birds that are down here feeding and everything. So come out early in the morning down this trail. This would probably be a really good place if you're looking to see wildlife, because I'm sure looking at some of these tracks, the deer and the raccoon tracks, some of them are very, very fresh. Obviously this morning, so probably within the last hour or so we were out here. It's a little bit after sunrise, as you can tell, so probably just before and right around sunrise, this place probably had critters running all over it. So if you want to come out really early, we were a little bit later this morning, probably great place for viewing wildlife. So far, not so much for fitness and nature, for fitness and hiking and walking. The trails aren't quite as extensive for that, but the main trail we cross back up there is. But if you're looking for nature and wildlife, this would be a really nice place to come out. So we'll probably come back in the future and try to come out early enough to maybe catch some of the wildlife early in the morning. But for now, we're going to press on and see what else we can see out here. Well, we finished that trail where we were. It took us down to the lake. Saw some more birds, a lot of songbirds. We couldn't see as many, but we heard them, saw a few flying around. We came back up and then turned back on the other trail back. The main trail we came down, we turned to the right, and I'll put this all on the map. We just came through a little grove of trees, and we've come out into a little prairie with some trails. One over my right shoulder follows the lake. I'm not sure where this one goes back up toward the housing. Perhaps we're going to go down that one and follow along the lake, see what else we see. So far, it's been a very pleasant morning. Quite a bit of songbirds. If you're a bird watcher, this is a really good place to come out. And if you stick with the main trails, it's really good for the hiking, fitness, and all. And as you can hear, the airport is very active today, so lots of airplanes. So I'm going to go ahead and stop talking because here comes an airplane now. I'll be back in a bit. Well, we came down that trail a little bit further, hoping that it might back up to the lake. We came up to, as you can see behind me, a fairly fresh sign, Indian Creek Crossing. And we were thinking it's getting time to turn around. And then we came to this. Definitely time to turn around because we're not crossing that. So you come down this trail, follow it along the lake. Eventually you'll get to Indian Creek Crossing. And if there's water in what I'm assuming is Indian Creek, this is going to be your turnaround point. So we're going to turn around and head back the way we came. We've already gone a couple of miles, so got a good little walk in today. Saw quite a few birds, deer, lots of tracks from other animals. So pretty good day so far. Cloudy, cool, overcast, but not too bad at all. So we're going to head back out, and I'll check back out in a little bit when we get ready to wrap everything up. Well, we're back here by Persimmon Grove and the intersection that came down from the main trail. I had a nice little walk today. Saw some animals, some birds. The trail behind me is the one that we started on off to the lake. And then over that one is the one we just came back from. And then again, if you go this way here, it takes you back around to the main entrance for Trophy Cub Park. It's a couple of miles back up that way through the woods. And then the trail behind me there is a short path that will take us back up to the parking lot where we parked and everything began. So it was a nice day again, a little cool, overcast. It would have been better if we had some sun peeking through to brighten things up, but it's that time of year, so it's all good. So thanks again for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.